Grocery and bulk foods. Welcome to the grocery area. This is where anything can and will happen.
It's really cool. I really like shopping here because it's clean and it feels, right.
Well, if you didn't have a food safety program, I wouldn't be shopping here.
You read all that stuff about diseases and that's.
It's got to be fresh.
Oh, yeah.
This is the place that we imagine when we think about doing the shopping. And when you think about the range of different products, it can be quite mind-blowing. If first impressions count, then this is where the first impressions are made, both in relation to the way the whole area looks, the way the product is set out for sale, and of course the way that you look and behave. Despite the lack of perishable foods in the grocery and bulk food areas, they are still important areas of food safety and customer perception. Every day, hundreds of cleaning inspectors, otherwise disguised as customers, will be assessing whether or not your store is where they want to buy their food. Nowhere is subject to closer attention than the grocery shelves.
Oh, I like shopping here, but the place I used to buy food, they never managed to be able to wipe down their shelves. I mean, how do you expect to sell safe food if you can't even wipe down a shelf every once in a while?
To help in this area, we have a program in place called the 5 Steps to Food Safety. The 5 Steps program is designed to ensure safe food throughout the store. Following the 5 steps at all times will make certain that you can play your part in ensuring the store sells only food that is clean, safe, and hygienic. Cleaning is an important part of your work in this area, and there's a separate video that describes the special cleaning products that you'll be using. But first, here is our promise. To sell only clean, safe, and hygienic food. To ensure that product is received from warranted suppliers only. To ensure that all staff understand and implement the appropriate codes of practice. To monitor and record the effectiveness of the system. To take all reasonable steps to ensure that the 5 Steps to Food Safety program is implemented at all times.
Food safety, of course it's important. It's what you can't see that's the worry.
I like to see discipline in any operation. Without discipline, quality can't be expected, can it?
The customer's perception of store cleanliness is critical to how they view the store. Customers spend a lot of time wandering aisles, closely scrutinizing products. They are very likely to notice out-of-date product, so it's important to rotate stock and to remove any product that is beyond its best before date. Grimy shelves and spilt product will give a bad impression immediately. In addition, this dirt will attract pests such as flies, cockroaches, or worse still, rats and mice. In your area of work, you'll see posters like this. They are reminders to handle food safely and cleanly. To give you an idea of how they work, let's take a look at the grocery 5 steps. 1. Shelving must be kept clean, and the shelf cleaning chart must be completed when any shelf is cleaned. 2. During stocking, shelves must be cleaned as you go. 3. Damaged goods must be assessed. Badly dented cans, damaged packaging, etc. must not be sold. If the condition is questionable, refer this to your supervisor. 4. Credits must be stored tidily in the credit area. Any leaking or wet product must be stored in a waterproof bin. 5. Spillages must be cleaned up immediately. And remember to check under shelves too. You'd be amazed at the amount of product that ends up down here. Because of the nature of the products that you're dealing with in grocery, the key areas are cleaning and how to deal with damaged product. Dented tins like this can easily be contaminated by spoilage bacteria that'll make the contents go off, or by food poisoning bacteria which can make the contents poisonous. There have been many cases where damaged tins have caused illness and even death. So if you're in doubt, you must refer this to your supervisor. In the past, this type of damaged product has been put out into seconds or bargain bins, but this is simply unacceptable, as it may cause just as serious a problem here. Similar issues apply in the rear store area in terms of checking product quality and housekeeping. Again, it is simply a matter of following the 5 steps. Here are the 5 steps for cleaning. 1. Move and clean behind and underneath pallets and shelving. Do this at least twice a week and record the areas cleaned. 2. Follow the instructions on the wall charts and on the cleaning products. 3. Clean up any spillages immediately. 4. Replenish bottles before they are empty. And 5. Clean as you go. There are many types of product that may be delivered, and some of these, particularly chilled and frozen products, will require special care. Delivery requirements are listed at the rear door, and it is important that the 5 steps for delivery are followed. 1. Visually check for damaged stock, foreign objects, and good quality. 2. Check that the dates comply with the inward goods requirements sheets. Record all details in the inward goods record book. 3. Check and record the internal or surface temperatures of the product. Clean and sanitize the probe before and after use. 4. Accept product within specification. Reject product out of specification. 5. Immediately place temperature-controlled goods into the chiller or freezer. Bulk foods. Bulk foods are a popular part of the store. Many people enjoy selecting the type and the amount of product, calling it a novel and value-for-money supermarket experience.
Oh no, I like buying up bulk foods because you can select whatever you want, you know, and how much you need. But the kids eat most of those foods, so I don't like finding bits in them. You know, one time when Sophie was 3, we found this worm in her muesli, and you know, it was a moth worm from the store. So she was so scared she wouldn't eat for weeks. We never went back to that store, did we?
However, as the product is not packaged, it is not protected from contamination. Contamination can take many forms. Common kinds are insects, especially moth larvae. Foreign matter from damaged bins or even things that people drop in and things that fall in accidentally. Bugs or bacteria from customers' hands via scoop handles. The 5 steps that address the quality and safety of bulk foods are: 1. Stored product must be kept in sealed bags or lidded bins and must be date-coded. 2. If a bin or chute is to be topped up, the fresh product must be placed so it is behind the existing product. 3. Once a bin has been cleaned and sanitized, thoroughly dry it. Once refilled, write the date on a sticker on the rear of the bin. 4. There must be sufficient scoops, 1 for each bin. These must be cleaned and sanitized daily. And 5. Scoops must be stored with the handles not in contact with the food. It's important to remember too that you are part of a team and that you may see things in other areas than your own that affect food safety. It's important to keep food safety at the front of your mind whenever you are at work. Well, that's the main areas of your work covered. Remember that you'll find these 5 steps posters in your area of work. Following them is your responsibility. If you don't understand anything, just ask your supervisor. With regard to your own personal hygiene, these are the vital points to remember. Always wash your hands thoroughly before handling food or after getting them dirty by taking a break, touching your face or hair, touching rubbish or raw foods, or going to the toilet. You should also use the hand sanitizer every time you enter your department. Your hair must be tied back if it's long. If possible, you should get changed into your uniform at work. Otherwise, you must take care that your uniform is clean when you start. With regard to jewellery and your hands, please keep your nails short and only a wedding ring is acceptable. And please, no nail polish. The idea is to look and feel like a food handler. Make sure as well that your apron is kept clean. Wash it in hot water. Use a deodorant and make sure that you shower daily. If you have a cut finger, only use a blue-coloured plaster and make sure to wear a glove or finger protector to cover it. If you have a stomach upset or other illness that may put food at risk, please let your supervisor know. So let's recap. The program is called the 5 Steps to Food Safety. You're responsible to make sure that it works. Your responsibilities are to Keep yourself and your area clean. Handle food safely. Only work with clean and sanitised equipment. Ensure the temperatures are correct and follow the 5 steps. If you're aware of anything that you feel may be putting food at risk, you must report this to your supervisor. You'll find the 5 steps posters throughout your area of work. It is your responsibility to understand and follow these. If you are in any doubt, there are 3 things that you should do. 1. Check the 5 steps poster. 2. Ask your supervisor. Or 3. Check the manual. And that way, we'll live up to our customers' expectations and the 5 steps policy.
Food safety? I haven't got time for that. That's not my concern. That's yours.
Say to the grandchildren, you can't beat good old-fashioned elbow grease.
I like to see discipline in any operation. Without discipline, quality can't be expected, can it?